Dragons, also known as the Great Worms, were evil creatures seen mostly in the northern Middle-earth. They were greedy, cunning, seductive, and malicious. Probably a creation by Morgoth out of fire and sorcery sometime in the First Age. Seeing the strength of the Noldor in battle, Melkor realized that orcs alone were not sufficient to defeat his enemies. He therefore began to breed a new race of monsters, the dragons. The Uruk could breathe fire. It is not entirely clear whether the term Uruk referred only to the first dragons, such as Glaurung, that could breathe fire but were wingless, or to any dragon that could breathe fire, and thus includes Smaug. Dragonfire was hot enough to melt rings of power. 4 of the 7 rings of the dwarfs were consumed by dragonfire, although it was not powerful enough to destroy the one ring itself. The dragons who could not breathe fire were known as cold drakes. Those were found mainly in Ered Mithrin. The dragons were huge and longeval, with their lives spanning centuries. They shared a greed of treasure, especially gold, subtle intelligence, immense cunning, great physical strength, and their eyes and words had a hypnotic power called dragon spell. Those who did not wish to be compromised by a dragon's speech did never give directly information, but talked vaguely and in riddles, since denying an answer would anger it to violence. While dragons were armored with iron scales, they had a soft spot underneath, in the region of the chest, which could be pierced by blades or darts. The father of dragons was Glaurung, a mighty worm with a fearful intelligence and a powerful, hypnotic gaze. Glaurung played an integral part in the fate of the children of Húrin. Among his many crimes were the destruction of the elf realm of Nargothrond and a spell cast upon Nienor, which stripped her of her memory. This eventually led her to a disastrous reunion and marriage to her long-lost brother Turin. When Nienor learned the truth of Glaurung's plot, she flung herself to her death. Glaurung was finally slain by Turin, who afterward committed suicide in reaction to Glaurung's plot.